of the most exciting and hands-on experiences that you can have at the South Carolina State Fair. Right now, we are surrounded by some of our now very close friends.
Yeah, Jerry Deziel joining us here right now. I guess we're pretty much acquainted with everybody here, but who else do we have here at the petting zoo?
Well, we also have our big Brahma bull over there, Hollywood, with his little buddy, little Ralphie, which is a miniature zebu. Then we have a miniature horse and a mini mule, some alpacas, llamas. We have a bigger size zebu over there, Humpty. And we have our three little donkeys over on the other side again, Maria, Rosa, and Sophia. And then we have our big guy here, Carl the camel.
Yeah, I think we got pretty acquainted with Carl.
Yeah, Carl's got a mind of his own. And we also do have 4 other camels out back to give rides.
Wow.
And then we have about 6 ponies that give pony rides here as well.
That's
So
sweet.
we got a little bit of everything.
Jerry,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to tell you, I think Carl was flirting with me.
He probably
He
would.
tried-
He is a flirt.
He tried to slip me a kiss, okay?
Yeah, you better watch out for them kids, they're wet ones.
That's what I
They're
hear.
wet
That's
ones.
what I hear. So talk to me about the fact that this is a really great aspect to the fair because you really get to be hands-on with these animals.
Yes, yeah, that's we've been bringing more animals where people can actually pet and feed them. Where back in the day we used to bring a little more exotic type where you couldn't really interact with them. So now, yeah, and everything in the zoo now you can actually touch, pet, and feed, and everything here wants to be fed. So
They
as
are
you can
very
see,
food motivated.
Carl is very motivated. He's looking.
I think we
Looking
kind of
hard.
figured it out. I think he
Yeah.
likes Julia now, too. So kind of how is this process and bringing them all together and just, making sure that they're acclimated to being with all the kiddos?
I mean, everything here has been raised in the petting zoo since they were small. The herd of goats and sheep have been bred and raised on the farm. It's nothing that we buy and bring in. Everything here is raised here and brought up here. So they start out in the petting zoo when they're young, and they just get used to everybody, and they just know nobody's here to hurt them.
Yeah.
As you can see, they're not scared of us at all.
Not
No,
in
not
the
at all.
slightest. Not in the
So-
slightest.
So that's pretty much, I mean, and we come from Connecticut, so we do come a long way, but what we do is we send down a couple guys to set everything up. As soon as they come in, we get them off the trucks, we get them out, and we make sure they're happy, and before we even get any sleep ourselves. So they're number one here,
Number
so
one priority.
yes.
All right, Jerry, my last question for you. What's your favorite part of the petting zoo here?
I guess it's just the kids interacting with the animals.
Yeah.
The smiles on their face when they're on the camel or riding a pony for the first time. Yeah, it's the kids. I mean, and some of the reactions from the adults too. Because, some
Yeah.
adults come here, they haven't been around an animal like this before.
Yeah.
And they're just as happy as a kid is, to be honest with you. So.
Sierra.
Smile. This is her first experience. So, Sierra, how are we feeling?
Pretty good.
Well, Jerry, thank you so much for getting us literally up close and personal
Oh.
with all of these. This was so much
Yes,
fun.
it was.
They are a lot of fun. They are hungry. They are ready to be pet. They're just
Yes.
ready to have a really, really good time.
All right, and when you come by and see Carl, tell him that Whitney said hey, okay? All right, friends, we'll put this on our website, WLTX.com.